Life often feels heavy, not just anxiety, suffering, pain, fear, pressure that sits quietly in the chest, thoughts that never stop, a body that stays tense even on calm days. Many live with this every day. Worry about family, arguments at home, deadlines at work, fear of losing someone, fear of not being enough, trying to keep up with expectations, trying to carry a life that feels bigger than the hands holding it. Even the world outside adds weight. Neighbors arguing, countries fighting, news that brings fear, society pulling in different directions. All of this becomes noise inside the mind. People try many things to escape this burden: positive thinking, breathing exercises, therapy, meditation, distraction, changing routines, changing jobs, changing relationships, holidays, spiritual teachings, self help promises. Most of these help for a short moment, but very quickly the same heaviness rise again, the same fear, the same pressure, the same pain. So the real question must be faced. If relief is temporary, where is the actual root of suffering? Look closely. Every experience of fear, pain, anxiety, and suffering appears inside the mind, not outside, inside. A thought rises, a memory returns, a situation appears, and instantly the mind reacts. Why does the mind react this way? Because the mind has been conditioned for years, conditioned to compare, to judge, to defend, to imagine the worst, to search for safety, conditioned to believe that the world is dangerous and that the small image inside called me must be protected. This image of me is made of memory, a name, a background, a story, roles given by society, all learned in childhood, repeated through life, stored as identity. When someone asks, "Who are you?" the mind must reach into memory. It brings back details, it brings back the story, it brings back what was taught. But look carefully. Memory is thought, and thought is not the one who is alive right now. Because of this confusion, the mind holds the image tightly, and whenever life touches that image, through criticism, conflict, loss, pressure, uncertainty, the mind reacts with fear, anxiety, and suffering. This is why life feels heavy, not because of the situation itself, but because of the identity attached to the situation. Step by step, this becomes clear. A moment happens, the mind labels it good or bad, safe or unsafe. Then the identity appears. This affects me. The story continues. I must control it. Fear rises. Anxiety protects the image. Suffering grows. It is a cycle, a loop, a habit. So, where is freedom? Not by controlling thought, not by replacing negative thoughts with positive thoughts, not by escaping situations, not by creating a stronger identity. Freedom appears when the root is understood. Look at the thought, "I am afraid." There is the thought. And there is something that sees the thought. That something, the one that sees, is not a thing, not a something as the mind would understand it. It is not the fear, not the thought, not the story, not the identity. It arises from the place behind the mind, not even space, because it cannot be known or defined. It was present before the thought appeared. It is present while the thought is here. It remains after the thought passes. When this is recognized, even for a moment, the burden softens. because the center that was carrying the burden is seen to be only a story made of memory. Pain may still appear, fear may still rise, life continues to move. But the inner struggle fades because the one who once fought the mind is no longer mistaken for the movement of the mind. Freedom is not found in thought. Freedom is the clear seeing that thought is only thought and not the one who looks. In this seeing, the heaviness begins to dissolve, not by effort, not by control, but by understanding. Suffering belongs to the mind. The presence that witnesses the mind is already free. Some may hear the word presence and imagine a person, a role, or an important figure, as if it were someone's presence in a room. To avoid confusion, it can be expressed in different ways. The observer, the witnessing awareness, the seeing that watches thought arise, the source from which the mind appears. But even these are only temporary pointers. Because the observer is not a person, the witnessing is not a role, the source does not belong to anyone, it does not come or go, it has no preference, identity, or position. And finally, it has no name. It cannot be defined. That which cannot be defined is already free.